not appreciated in his own country.
George Maniacs employed a combination of direct assault and psychological warfare.
The world of the medieval Romans. Quite exciting. In this video today, we're going to just jump into a little bit about the structure and the world that was medieval Rome. And I mean medieval Rome because they were Romans. I know it's a point of contention for some people. That's for another time. As far as the channel, if you like what I'm doing here and over at Maniacs, please like and subscribe, share, comment, correct me, add some information, ask some questions, whatever. It's all good. But medieval Romans, what a hodgepodge world. Let's get to know the characters that we're dealing with before we get into the structure of Constantinople, the military and the political class, as well as some of the different kinds of troops. But as you'll see, a lot of that's going to be taken care of here in the Get to Know the Players section, as you'll see a lot of the different kinds of units come from different kinds of warrior cultures, especially in the instance of mercenary troops, styles of fighting, combat readiness, battlefield deployment. All these things would differ depending on the strengths and weaknesses and so forth. Medieval Rome is autocratic, and the emperor is the emperor. Just hodgepodge. Any of these groups at any time could be fighting with or against the Romans during the medieval period, except for one, the Varangian Guard. Call to the Emir. Ask for a truce now. I have done with fighting. Strong as the Roman, and may do you hurt. Straightway the Emir turned right away, in flight. Oh, those Vikings, rather Varangians. Here they are in 907, sieging Constantinople. But as early as 874, the Rus had been mercenaries for the Roman court. It wasn't until 988, and Emperor Basil II marrying off his sister Anna to Vladimir of the Rus, Christianizing them, with the Rus providing a reverse dowry of 6,000 troops to aid Basil II in squashing the several revolts that were occurring in the Roman Empire at the time. He liked them, and they stayed as his personal guard, loyal only to him. He couldn't have foretold, or nor any of Varangian, for that matter, a first in popular culture that the Varangians, as of now, can lay claim to. A Varangian guard inside the Hagia Sophia etched this all too familiar carving. Though inscriptions from much earlier in time have been translated to mean essentially the same thing, this is the first time in syntax this all too common tag has been proven to have been used. It reads, Halfdan was here. Seriously, it reads, Halfdan was here. No shit. The Varangian Guard. The Varangians be like... Loyalty is all I know. So the other units that are going to be making up this late Roman medieval army are going to be some mercenaries. A lot of times are Lombards, it's been Normans, but definitely some Turks from time to time, and so forth. But the Varangians are the Emperor's Guard. They're a core stay. And since the reign of Basil II and Bulgaria's incorporation into the empire, they're starting to bring troops in. And then the two other places, you have your Roman troops that come from two major places. The Anatolian heartlands and along the borderlands. You get a lot of soldiers and generals and a lot of wealthy landowners just inland on the plateaus there with huge estates. A lot of money and a lot of troops and a very martial culture. Now, the other place, when it's in the empire, is Macedonia. Macedonian dynasty takes hold through one of the craziest stories ever told. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'm not sure. At times, the Byzantine Romans had quite the navy, but then there's other times, especially late in the Middle Ages, that they relied on foreign navies. Ships, early on in the agreement with Venice, Constantinople looked at it as if they were part of the empire again. Boy, they were wrong. But it does make for an interesting side story for everything else that's going on. The love-hate relationship between the Venetians and the medieval Romans. You have your Lombards, you have your Normans, you have your Seljuks, you have your Canamids, you have your Fatimids, you have other Corsair pirates from North Africa, you have the Serbs, the Hungarians, the Cumans.
The Byzantine hierarchy, military and political ranks. In the grand tapestry of the Byzantine Empire,
What do you want from me? We all know the Byzantine Romans were a dumpster fire at least half the time. And you thought this channel wasn't going to be funny?
in the grand tapestry of the Byzantine Empire, a complex and hierarchical system of military and political ranks was meticulously woven. These ranks ensured the efficient governance and defense of the empire. Let us embark on a journey through the roles and duties of these esteemed positions, drawing from historical sources that paint a vivid picture of this bygone era. Military ranks. Emperor, the supreme commander and sovereign ruler. The emperor's duties encompass strategic oversight of the entire empire and its military campaigns. The emperor also presided over important state ceremonies and religious events. Domesticos, commanders of large military units, often cavalry. The domesticos coordinated military operations and ensured the readiness and discipline of the troops under their command. Strategos, as the military governor of a theme, the strategos was responsible for the defense and administration of their territory. They organized local militias, oversaw fortifications, and implemented the emperor's directives. Tour marches. Subordinate to the strategos, the tour marches commanded a turma. Their duties included maintaining the morale and effectiveness of their soldiers, as well as executing orders from higher-ranking officers. Moirarch. Leading a mora, the Moirarch ensured the tactical deployment of their unit in battles and skirmishes. Kentarch. In charge of an infantry century, the Kentarch maintained discipline and training within their ranks. Hecatontarch, the leader of a cavalry century, responsible for the readiness and strategic deployment of their cavalry unit. Panacontarch, commanding a unit of 50 men, the Panacontarch focused on smaller, more agile operations. Tetrarch and Pentarch, leaders of small groups. These officers played crucial roles in maintaining close-knit unit cohesion and executing detailed orders. Decarch, commanding a group of 10 men, the Decarch ensured the efficiency and coordination of their small team. The Byzantine hierarchy. Political ranks. Emperor. Beyond military leadership, the emperor was the absolute monarch, making all crucial political decisions and overseeing the administration of the empire. Caesar. Often a junior co-emperor or the designated heir, the Caesar assisted the emperor and prepared for future rule. Despot, a title given to the emperor's sons and close relatives, holding significant influence and administrative duties. Sebastocrator, a senior title below the emperor, the Sebastocrator held considerable power and often governed large territories. Nobilissimus, a high-ranking noble title, indicating a person of significant influence and close ties to the emperor. Magistros, senior administrative officials responsible for various aspects of governance, including finance, justice, and diplomacy. Protospatherios, holding a high-ranking court title. These officials performed important ceremonial duties and advised the emperor. Pronotarios, senior secretaries who managed the empire's vast bureaucracy and correspondences. Logothetes, senior financial officers overseeing the empire's economic affairs and fiscal policies. Strategos, in addition to their military duties, the strategos also handled administrative functions within their province. Tourmarches, these officers assisted the strategos in both military and administrative tasks. Duc, dukes or provincial governors, managed larger regions and reported directly to the emperor. Comes, counts or regional administrators, handled local governance and implemented imperial policies. These insights are drawn from historical texts such as the Alexiad by Anakamene, a detailed account of Byzantine politics and military affairs, providing first-hand insights from the daughter of Emperor Alexios I. The Chronicle of John Skylitzes, also known as the Madrid Skylitzes, this chronicle offers a comprehensive history of the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine Military Strategy by John Halden. This book delves into the tactical and strategic aspects of the Byzantine military. History of the Byzantine State by George Ostrogorsky, a comprehensive study of Byzantine political and military structures. These sources offer a window into the intricate world of Byzantine administration and military command, shedding light on the roles and responsibilities that sustained one of history's most enduring empires.
In late antiquity, the Roman Empire saw a shift from infantry being the focus to cavalry being the focus of its war machine. At this time, the cavalry was mostly filled in with Germanic tribesmen who entered the Roman Empire in exchange for military service, so much so that their styles of fighting actually helped to alter the focus from infantry to cavalry just as much as the battles with Sassanid Persia and the Huns, who also frequently mercenaried as horse troops for the Roman Empire during this period. By the Middle Ages, in Constantinople's Roman Empire, the majority of the Germanic troops were infantry and naval support. These were the Varangians, first made up of Rus. Over time, all kinds of Germanic displaced people, such as the Anglo-Saxons after 1066. But again, most of the Germanic troops in the Roman Empire in the Middle Ages are going to be infantry or naval in nature. Saddened, heading back to the Emir, they came across some Arab peasants with some very bad news. When asking the peasant where to find their sister, they were told to check a ditch. Back to the poem. There yesterday we killed some lovely ladies because they would not do the things we told them. They urged their horses and went off to the ditch. And many slain they found, bathed in their blood, of whom some had no hands, no heads, nor feet. Some had no limbs at all, and their guts out, not to be known by anyone at all. And this having beheld, dismay seized them. They took and poured on their heads dust of the earth. Wailings were stirred and mourning from their hearts. What hand join we to wail? What heap to weep? How recognize a limb to bring our mother? All fair sister, why unjustly slain?